What's up, guys? And today we are going to be talking about the first episode of the new series that came out on Disney Plus, What If? So this episode was What If Captain Carter were the first Avenger? Now, I think it was a decent episode to start off with the series. I mean, this series has a bunch of potential. You have freaking Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther if he was Star-Lord instead. Rest in peace to him. We have the whole Marvel zombie storyline they're going to be going with, and a lot of other stuff. But we started with if Peggy would end up being Cap. So obviously we're going to go into spoiler territory here. We're just going to get straight into it with the review. I would say it was interesting to see right when he was about to get the serum that he was about to get killed, like he was about to get assassinated, but Peggy decided to stay in the room instead of leaving the room of where he was. So she saw that was about to happen. She went in, attacked the dude, explosion happens. Next thing you know, chaos spews out. Steve gets shot. Somebody needs to go into the machine before the machine's not usable anymore. So she decides to go in. And then from there, they're not accepting of her. They don't like her because she's a woman during that time period, etc., etc. But one thing I noticed, like, pretty fast is she seemed to be like a lot stronger than I would say Steve was. And I guess that goes into her like already knowing how to fight and being involved in like the military and stuff compared to Steve and not knowing how to do that. But she seemed like Superman. She didn't seem like Captain America. She seemed like Superman, like just completely cracked. So it was really interesting to see that she didn't. I don't know if she even got hit in that episode at all. Now that I think about it, maybe she did, and I just don't remember. But she seemed to be like indestructible. So it was a crazy sight to see. So they're over there. They're fighting against the Nazis and all that in the war. They're fighting against Hydra and all that crap, and they're winning. So then Steve obviously wants to do something because he doesn't have the serum in him. So at this point, he's still the skinny kid from Brooklyn or whatever, right? So they end up getting the Tesseract. So then once they get the Tesseract, Stark is able to make this huge suit, gets the suit, puts the Tesseract in it. Now Steve is out there doing the missions with Peggy. And they're just clearing house, stooming through everything. Now the thing I will say is the pacing. I mean, this was what, like 34 minutes or something? 34 minutes. So I mean, I didn't know if these episodes are going to be half an hour or if they were going to be an hour, but since it's half an hour, they got to go through things a bit quicker. So I guess that's one of the things I could sort of say was like, because you'd want it to be slowed down a little bit. Obviously, it's not going to be the full time of like a movie or something. We know that, but at times the pacing was a little. Oof. It was still intriguing to see, but I'm like, okay, we're really starting to zoom through this stuff. So there is that at the same time, But yeah, so back to it. So Hydra's involved in all that crap. And then from there, they go on this mission with the train, and I'm pretty sure it's the mission of where Bucky ends up falling off the train or whatever, right? And that's when he loses his arm and all that. But this time, Steve is there. So Steve is going to the train or whatever. He opens it up. He doesn't see anybody. There's explosives. Boom. He falls off. He's gone. Bucky survives. Peggy survives. All that. They're okay. Then you proceed. She thinks that Steve is dead and all this. So then they finally go deal with Red Skull and all of them. They go to their base. He's there. And they end up finding Steve. So then they're all fighting there, all this chaos is going on, Steve gets the suit back. But the issue is, Red Skull was able to get back the Tesseract from Steve's suit, obviously. So, at that point, you got all these giant tentacles coming out of this thing, because that's what Hydra was praising. They were praising the Tesseract, and they got this crazy beast going out of there. So everybody's fighting the thing, crazy, all over the place, nightmare. And at that point, it gets so bad of where the only person who could really handle it at that point is Peggy, even though Steve got his suit back, but he didn't have the power of the Tesseract. So he runs out of fuel, so he's pretty much useless at that point. So then it goes down to Peggy they're fighting against the tentacles, and the only way they're going to be able to be stopped if she pushes them back into the portal that they came from. And result of her doing that, she goes in there with the tentacles. Portal closes. She's not to be seen again for another, how long was Steve in that ice for? However long Steve was in the ice for, like in the MCU universe, is how long she was gone, I'm sure. So then she finally gets out of the portal. All that time later, you see Nick Fury there and a Hawkeye, and they said that you've been gone this whole time, Steve's dead, etc., etc. And there's the episode. So I think it was intriguing to see. I will say that. I just feel like the pacing was weird on it. It was a cool episode and a cool concept, though. Like, I don't know if they're gonna do anything like in the live action stuff, like with the multiverse, if they're gonna actually make Captain Carter show up. I mean, that'd be interesting. It'd be cool. I wouldn't mind it personally, but I don't know. I really don't know. But I would think I'd give this episode. It was enjoyable. It had some funny parts in it and stuff. It's I'd say maybe like a 7 to 7.5. I don't think it quite hits the 8 mark, but I think it was an okay episode, you know? Like, it was enjoyable enough. But I'm sure that the next episodes that we'll see are going to be stronger, like the zombie one, like the Black Panther one. I see there that there's even Gamora, that Gamora could end up taking the mantle of Mad Titan or something, I don't know. And then I see Ultron over here too, King Ultron or something that's gonna happen. So there's some intriguing concepts, but I don't think this was an awful episode at all. I think it was a decent way to ease into the What If series, and I think they're only gonna get better as time goes on. So you guys let me know what you thought. If you like this episode, if you didn't like this episode, if you're just waiting for the zombie episode. I know a lot of people have been waiting to see Marvel Zombies for the longest amount of time. I've known about Marvel Zombies for a long time, but I never read the comics. But I've known about it way before they announced that they were going to do What If for it, though. It's just never something that I looked into very much. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. Check out the description box below with all of my socials, Discord server, my gaming channel, all that good stuff. It's greatly appreciated. And other than that, I will see you guys next time. And as always, don't do crack.